Greetings, this is Dr. Welch again, and what we're talking about is John Locke and Thomas Hobbes. You should know by now what is a social contract. We reviewed that on the last lecture, and how the social contract relates to Hobbes and Locke's theories. A question to help you understand this a little better, I'll ask a few here. Hobbes thought a king or a queen would be the best form of government. That would be true. He thought only a monarchy could control man with his evil nature. Locke contended people have a right to make free choices, and that is true. And that is what America is known for, would be its freedoms and its right for others to make free choices. Hobbes studied at Oxford. He believed persons and nations were selfish. That is true. He thought everyone was very selfish and into themselves. Locke contended people were born good and were corrupted later by society. That would be true. What he says that each person is entitled to life, liberty, and property. And our founding fathers made it life, liberty, and happiness. But one thing Locke noticed is sometimes our society here in America can get ruthless with this unending competition and searching for more materialism and property. So that's an important point. Next, Hobbes thought man would be crazy to think socially. That's true. He was like the loner type. And then it said Locke thought most people were kind, and that is true. The philosophies of Locke and Hobbes influenced the rights founded in our United States Constitution, influenced our founding fathers. That would be true. Hobbes had the idea of a social contract, even though he saw man as basically evil, but Locke adopted that social contract theory with a different view of the human nature. Locke, and this is what he's very famous for, John Locke claimed that men and women were born with a blank slate. And that is true. And then our society wrote on that blank slate. That's an important philosophical concept. Hobbes claimed that the government is to protect people from themselves. And that would be true, because man being so evil and brutish and all these other things that he said about the evils, they may very well go after the other person unless there is some monarch which is very strong, like the Leviathan, like the sea monster, to keep them apart. Per Hobbes, morality is backed up by the coercive, meaning forceful power, of the sovereign or the ultimate highest government. And that is true. That he said only coercive power by a monarch will be able to control man. A monarchy is ruled by a king or a queen as described, and that is ideal according to Hobbes. And that is true. You might want to take a minute and think, do we have any countries with a strong king or queen today? We have some countries, such as England, where the royalty is simply a figurehead. Next, Locke stated that political institutions are justified only if they promote human liberty. And that is true. Remember, he said life, liberty, and property. So he was a great advocate of liberty. Locke thought people were reasonable and good. Yes, and this is very different than Hobbes, who saw them as basically evil. And then Next, Locke held various government positions in England until his death in 1704, and that is true.